The office is one of them, so here we are in the office. And then walking down the hall, this is ye old attic door. Tell us about your paranormal experience, Emmy.
Trying to hide from her, and I was like hiding over there. There was like nothing there, and then like
You being Bia?
Yeah, when she like found me in my hiding place when I was hiding from her, there was a paper behind me that said in very small words, "Kill." And so me and Bia went very frantically back into the house. And then we were deciding if we were gonna tell anyone about it. Decided not to and just like let it go. But then when we like came back in here, it was vanished.
Do you think it got picked up by someone else?
Maybe. I don't know.
Do you think an actor wrote it or somebody who was back here? Who wrote it?
I mean, I don't think anyone was back here. I was hiding back there. My face was like turned toward this door. It wasn't there when I like went to hide there. When I turned around, it was there. I don't think anyone could have done that, but I don't know. I don't know.
And how did it make you feel?
A little creeped out.
You still keep coming back.
Mhm. Because I love the Downeaster Theater. And yeah, I mean.
So, do you think it was, what kind of entity do you think it was? Nice ghost or mean ghost?
All ghosts, all spirits, I feel like don't like hurt you or scare you or do anything to you unless they have like a real reason, unless they're like a bad spirit.
What kind of a spirit do you think we have here?
From what you've been saying, I think she or he is not a bad spirit technically. I don't know if she's technically like a good spirit.
What's the difference between a good spirit and a bad spirit?
Whichever one she or he is that might have done that, they like to scare people.
Is that why you think it said kill on it?
Maybe. Don't know. Could have just been there, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how that would have happened.
Hi, I'm Kate. I'm the Executive Artistic Director of the Downeaster Theater.
And hi, I'm Peter. I'm the Technical Director of the theater.
Tell us a little bit about what you know about the building and the history.
It's about 100 years old. There was an addition built, which is close to where the footprints were. It used to be a church, so I would assume funerals, etc., occurred here. And I had someone tell me at some point that there is a female energy here, possibly Native American, which wouldn't surprise me based on the area. I know that Old Town has a lot of, or was like built on a Native American burial ground, which is why the train station is no longer a train station.
Is there a ghost at the Downeaster?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
For sure.
Why do you say that?
We've had a few small incidents, nothing malicious, but doors have opened and closed, you know, the usual tomfoolery. Lights flicker when there's a fight or like some negative energy happening, the lights will flicker. And then down the hall, there were some muddy footprints during a full moon, and it was dry outside, so it was a little alarming. They didn't go anywhere or come from anywhere that we could see, and no one else had been in the building.
Wasn't it the night of a show?
Yes.
We left for a couple hours.
Yes.
We come back around midnight. In the hallway, there are like these 3 muddy footprints. and as they go on, they get weaker and less distinct. But the first one, the most distinct one, like right outside the attic door, and then it almost looked like it was just 1 foot, because they weren't. They would have been a normal straight away, like 1 foot here and then there and whatever. But it started at the attic and kind of went diagonal through the hall into a wall. Doors were locked, no one could have gotten in. No one was here in those 2 hours, but other muddy footprints. Starting from the attic and leading into a wall.
There are lights flickering. Now, is it a particular light? Is it all the lights? Is it one area, one time of day?
It could be any time of day. It's happened a lot in this room, actually. Happens in the bathroom. Usually when there's fighting or, something not good happening. And I guess sometimes just to be like, hey, I'm still here. Like, ooh, don't forget about me.
So do you ever feel scared? Do you ever feel creeped out? What is your overall feeling and takeaway from each encounter or experience?
The footprints were a little creepy. The lights don't bother me. If this ghost or spirit were malicious and didn't want us here, we would know by now. We've been here over a year. I feel like, we'd know. We'd know. So we're living in harmony, and it, really doesn't bother me at all. It's kind of cool sometimes. Like, I live with a ghost. I got a ghost in my theater.
Well, if there's another person living here, they need to start paying for rent.
I don't think she has any money.
I don't
She's
care.
a ghost.
She inhabits this space. She needs to start paying off.
It's not like she takes showers.
We don't know that.
Could explain the mud.
Maybe.
About the attic. What's that like? What's up there? What's your experience
We don't know.
with the attic?
We don't
Nothing?
Like going up there.
I
Don't.
don't like going up there. No.
It's creepy as hell.
It's
Oh.
dark and dirty, and there are a lot of corners that are hard to see.
Yes. Part of the floor is unfinished. It's just like beams, and it's hard to, get around in all the nooks and crannies. So
Unless you're a ghost.
yes.
Right.
So we just pretend that space doesn't exist.
Yep.
Unless we need to store something up there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like this spirit or ghost is trying to tell you something or trying to communicate, or do you think it's just a come and go, just be here benevolent kind of presence? Do you think it has a purpose, or do you think it's just here?
I'm sure there's a purpose. Ghosts don't exist without a purpose. No idea what it is. I would like to. I would like to know more. I'm very curious.
Hi, my name is Ricky. I am a previous actor at the Downeaster Theater. I had an experience with the theater ghost or spirit, as we call her. So my experience was during the Ring Around Rosalie show this past summer, and I believe it was either a week before opening or during one of the rehearsals. I was sitting behind stage, and if you can imagine, there's a fake wall, and as part of my role, I was coming downstairs for my next scene. I'm sitting behind this wall, as I did every other rehearsal and before the show, and I was sitting down, so I was pretty low. Felt somebody come behind me and just stand behind me. And that's not unusual because the door that we used was common for actors to come in and out, to come downstairs from behind the wall. I was just, minding my own business. I even pretty much assumed that I saw someone from the corner of my eye step behind me and stand there. So I was sitting there, and then I realized, I was like, I do have a question. Hey! There's no one there. And it was not one of those things where it's like, oh, I thought someone was there. No, I felt a presence standing behind me for a while. I didn't see them leave. They obviously didn't go on stage because I would have seen them. They didn't leave back the other way. It was just they came, they stood there and stood there. And when I turned around, there was nothing there.
How did that make you feel?
My feelings immediately were like creeped out just because I could have sworn that there was someone behind me, but the presence wasn't menacing or taunting or trying to scare me. It felt familiar because I just assumed it was Becca or Kayla, 2 other women in the show, and it did feel, I don't know, maternal or like just feminine presence, because it felt like they were just there overlooking, not necessarily like trying to get you. So I wasn't terrified. It was just more of like, that's weird. Maybe I shouldn't say anything and freak people out. But I was like, it wasn't a bad experience. It was just one of those things where like, there's something here.